Hi everyone, it's Vanka and I finally have a little project to share with you. It's been a while since I have done something crafty and I just finished these little micro mini travelers notebook that's laminated. And before I flip through, let me show the collection I have used. They are from Tilda and I used the Spring Lake collection. Here you can see the pretty patterns it has, and in this collection you also get these adhesive fabric papers, it says, but it's fabric and it's covered with tape on the back. And I also have these buttons and it comes with these fabric tapes and also this one is called candy bag. It has tags and little die cuts, and I will show you more of this while I flip through. And I have also used some of these wooden buttons, and this is a brad I have used on this one, and I think that's from the Summer Blues collection. And they measure, let's see, 4.5 by almost 3 inches, and they are not a standard size for these micro journals. So what I did, I found some small notebooks, so I covered them. These are covered with paper. The ones I have inside here, I have used that fabric, and they are and I used some of that tape as well. So these sort of decide the size. So what I did, I just this is a 6 by 6, so I cut the paper about 1/4 inch longer than the notebook and used the full 6 by 6 sheet that way, and folded it, punched holes and added these eyelets, and there you have it. It's very easy, and if you want to see tutorials of these, there are many on YouTube. Just search for laminated TN tutorials and you will have a lot. So let's jump in, and maybe I can share. I have a few more covers. These ones are smaller height-wise. In height, I don't remember why. I think it was some scrap piece of paper I had left over. My plan was in these to add 2 of these notebooks inside, and in these I planned on making them really like handmade inserts, because I don't have those small notebooks. This is I added a scrap piece of paper before I laminated it, and then I cut along here to make a pocket, so I will just add some tape, and here I added one of those cutouts on the paper before I run it through the laminator. And I used the laminating sheets we have at work, and it's very strong. I use a lot of power to bend this, and I bought some cheaper laminating sheets that I would like to try next time, because I think they are a little bit hard to get a nice finish. Here you can see maybe there's a fold here, and it's not cracking, but when you bend it you have to be really careful, because they they are so stiff. I hope that makes sense. So I have just a little pen here as an extra little gift. And this one has the eyelets as a balloon, and this button, love this print. All of them have this charm that says just for you. So I made these for some friends. Inside I have a calendar that has some double-sided tape on the back, so it should be easy removable. And here you see I have one of those notebooks that are covered with that fabric on the back. And I also have one of these credit card or business card plastic with adhesive on the back, and this is a laminated tag, and they are just plain. And then I found these, it was on my tiger shop. Look at these fun balls here. So I have seen several people on YouTube make these on paper clips, so I just glued that on for fun. And my goal with these was to just play, have fun, not worry about it being perfect, because I am practicing to not be so perfect. I am a perfectionist, and I have a goal to try to be more, to play more, not worry about everything being perfect. And that's the perfect thing about junk journals, they don't have to be. So I had so much fun, and I laughed a lot when I made these. So let's just flip through. I promise these are not perfect at all, and I used a stapler, a long reach staple to staple this, and let me tell you, it's not so easy to get them centered, so they are a little bit crooked, and but I don't mind. The best part, because this can be taken out, you know, and they can put in a little notebook later, so it's not a big deal, it's just for fun. And I used scraps of paper. So here are some use some little die cuts of all the leftovers. Blingy heart, this was from Amaryllis, a balloon, went perfect with the play. And it opens, it has a little mirror and the letter M for the receiver. And these are just some scraps of paper. This is a little tag, sticker tag, and a rabbit. So let me show you. I have this bag here, and there's a lot of scraps inside. So every time I need something small, I look through that one before I cut into new sheets. And I also have this that my girls had when they were small, and I have filled it up with all these things that I have left over, small things, ephemeras, and things that fit in. And I also go through this and use things from here before I grab something new. So I have used a lot of my stash. So left a tiny piece of that fabric tape I had left over, so I just made a little banner flag here. This was from Amaryllis. I have also used some things that were sent to me recently, some dyed paper, and this says number 1 because it was the first I made. And this, I have this envelope die, and this is made out of Tilda wrapping paper. So that die comes with a lining for that envelope too. I didn't glue it together, so you can open, and there's a laminated die cut from that candy bag from Tilda. So I will show you what was inside. what I did, so there were several tags in different sizes, and also these flowers and these pretty ones, and I laminated them because I had leftover space on the laminating sheets, so I laminated them and then just cut them out and added them. And this is also a laminated tag, so I have added bits from this in those little journals here. Washi tape, all the washi tape I've used came from Nola. Thank you, Nola. Little stamp. And this sticker, these stickers from these crystals came from Noriko, my happy mail. Thank you. And I wanted to make it a fun and cheerful journal. So this came from work. It's those vintage drawings, and the revision field on the drawing. So this says changes. It's in Norwegian. It says changes, and I have a little card, top 5 movies. So this, I didn't cut it open here on the end, so it makes a pocket, and the receiver can decide whatever they want to do with this. They can just cut it out or glue this down, or just fold it, play with it, whatever they like. So I just kept that. This is some hymnal paper I dyed long time ago, and I love the dyeing on it. This is just a ephemera piece and some small scraps. That kintsugi paper I made a tutorial on recently, and here you can see how cricket it is from the staples, but I left it anyway. Some tape, and this is also a die I have with these tiny little file folders. So this is also from Tilda wrapping paper, so it's quite thin, and there we have one of these pretty Tilda girls inside. A button. Those stickers came from Noriko as well. Small stamps, and I used a Martha Stewart punch to make these corners. Postal stamp. This is the king of Norway, and he likes to play. He likes sailing. So a little leftover piece from some printable. This is just a little ephemera card, and this folds out, and inside I have a tag from the collection, and this handmade paper, and I used the stamp Michelle, a note. I love this stamp. Thank you so much. Michelle sent that to me recently. And this one says today. I think that came from Yvonne. And here I have a tiny piece of those kintsugi papers on tracing paper, and I am using every little scraps of this because I dyed it with berries, and I picked them myself, and it was a lot of job, so I'm using every bit. Here's a little scrap piece as well, and this is a stamp, and I have a die that makes these tiny little paperclip things. So I didn't have much scraps leftovers. Let me tell you, the tiniest scrap got used in this, and a tab, and a lot of dyed paper. So these monster stickers I got from Juliana. Thank you. And they came so in handy because these book pages I dyed years ago, and I didn't pay attention. There were some words that was not very suitable, so the monsters, they kill those words. More kintsugi, and a little journaling card inside. Flower die cut here from Amaryllis, and a little dress, and this is just plain inside. There's a label, and I glued on this "a gift for you," and I will write a little note to the receiver. So that was the first one, and they are all very much alike but a little bit different. So this was the second one, and that has this gold pen, a wooden button, oh yes, I have this inside. I think I mentioned that on the other one too. This is the fabric I've used, and pretty paper on that. Notebook, calendar, giggle, and this says do, a little tiny blingy heart, crafty chick it says. And there is also a little die cut and a mirror, and this says humorously unexpected, because they don't know they are getting these. So lot of fun stuff, same sort of stickers and things inside, all used from my scraps. More kintsugi papers and the same stamps, and this has the same, I think, I'm not sure, no, this has a different one inside, just a journaling card. Some handmade paper with scraps to journal on. This is another postal stamp, a ticket, ephemera, and this has one of these inside as well. From Amaryllis, thank you. Using my Happy Mail, and a little die cut of that paper flag. This has the same, it's the tag and that a note card. This is so pretty, I love this die cut. And a little heart. These came from Noriko too. They are fabric covered with tape on the back. More monsters. Ephemera. This has the number 2 because it was the second one I made, and the dress here as well. Pretty die cut, specially made for. I will fill that in. And the third one is a little bit different. This is a brad. It was quite challenging to fasten that one, but so it's a little bit wonky, but that's perfectly okay. Pretty calendar, and this has this one, also using that fabric. It says hello gorgeous, and it says bliss, and it has a little mirror down here. Opens, and there's a little die cut. It's a ticket from Magnolia die, I believe that was from. Another postal stamps. This has a little bigger die cut that's laminated. L is for luck, wishing you the good kind. And the ephemera, number 3, little tiny rabbit. This is wrapping paper. Kintsugi. Monsters. Braille paper. And this is also a die cut. Button from Noriko, wrapping paper. This one is pretty fun. And here you can practice writing the Norwegian letter. And a tag as well. This is also some, you know, the thin lunch bag papers. So it has the same sort of stuff inside, almost the same. This one as well, all of them have one of these. And this, don't laugh, do you know what this is? It feels so velvety, and believe it or not, this one came, you know, when you are flying and you get a meal, and on the bottom of that package they have these linings, and I think it's because I felt it and it felt so nice, so I put it in my purse. I think it's because they don't want the all the things to slide around, so it has a little, you know, so I coffee dyed it. This was from Amaryllis, a sticker. And here we have another, it's an envelope die, and inside I have this pretty little dress from the paper, and it's a die. It comes in two parts, but you can hang the dress on this little mini hanger. It's so cute. So that goes in there. Found that in my stash. Another sticker, flag. So I wrapped this around here so it keeps the other one closed. A note with the sticker tag inside, and I have a couple of these die cuts from the collection, which I had planned creating with for Easter, and it never happened, so I had done tiny little tags, sticker, more of the kintsugi scraps. And this is also Tilda wrapping paper, and I think it has something back here. Yes, sweet, it says. Book page dyed with some flowers, so you can see the flower leaves in there. Ephemera, cut out of April today. A dress and another ephemera with the flower here, and this says, and then there was this, and I will write, oh, I forgot to show you, all of them have this stamp on the back. I think it's so cute. You have the heart and the endless sign. This has some writing on it as well. It came from a music practicing book. So here they are. My plan was originally to just add one fabric covered notebook, and then one of those paper fabric notebooks inside. Very easy, and with those smaller covers make junk journal inserts for those. But then when I put in two of those, for me personally, it gets too boring. I just had to change my mind and make one of each. So I think these small notebooks are pretty easy to get almost anywhere. I haven't found more of them here, but I think maybe when it gets to August, then school starts and stuff, so I think it's easier to find those things then. So I will then buy a bunch, so I have to use because they are very fun to make and perfect. You can even have it in your pocket, in your car, in your purse. They are perfect to use. So let me know what you think, if you like these mix, or if you would prefer only notebooks, or maybe only handmade inserts. What would you do? And would you like to receive a gift as this? I'm not sure. I love them, but oh, they are not perfect at all. So that was what I had today. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I hope you are all well. Bye bye.